Alright, random.
Hello, I'm Franz. This is Andy.
Hello.
Today is a day in a month in the year of 2013. God, we can do better than that. It's August.
It's the 16th.
It's August 16th. This is Totally Random, your periodic news show about concrete5. We are here to give you some news and answer some questions. So if you'd like us to think about your question, you should start thinking about that question. Maybe even offer it up in the chat room now. And
Prep for it.
Prep for it, and then when we get to that part of the show, you'll be front and center. In news, I think the most exciting news is the new release yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Most exciting news in any field.
Yes.
You know, outside of concrete5.
Never mind Egypt.
Most important thing.
562 has been released. Yes. Bunch of internationalization improvements.
Yes.
New jobs, queue engine-y kind of deal.
So a lot of changes under the hood to that that make it a lot nicer and a lot more powerful.
Lots and lots of bug fixes.
Yes, it's a big list of changes.
And driven by our own Hero Mike.
Yeah, Hero Mike.
Hero Mike. So
that's his name now.
Hero Mike. And then fifth thing, so I can say it's 5. So that's cool. That's out. And
yes.
I think we're going to update auto installers probably early next week.
Yeah, these things,
give it a second to trickle out just to make sure.
Non-sub releases, even though there aren't a ton of things that are different in this, we touched a lot of code, you know, and did a lot of fixes and probably broke some stuff in the process. So we usually have a point release that comes not too long after this, and at that point we usually roll it out to the auto.
I feel like it's pretty solid. I also feel like we don't create work for ourselves on Fridays.
True.
Because we're grown-ups. Believe it or not. What other news? That video we mentioned a week or two ago about how we're going to deal with cascading collisions between JavaScript and style sheets and things you might want to include from blocks. A new approach in 5.7 that Andy has come up with that we had a lunchtime learning.
We did.
Here with.
We learned.
It was full of learning. And ate. Did we eat on that?
I don't remember.
I feel like we just
it may have come out.
But regardless, we recorded it, and then Matt put a bunch of work into making it look pretty-ish.
Yes, and interspersing the slides in with the actual.
Yeah, and I believe he is going to, in a second, perhaps. Here we go. Hold on, I see it.
That's the good.
There it is on the YouTube.
That's the flattering still.
That's good. That's good. I like those shorts.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, you're talking. And there's the slides. If you actually read the slides.
Yeah, it's great.
Boy, you got a nice terse slide style there, my friend.
Well, they come up in
7x7. What we got.
These are developers.
I see. This is
we don't need this dumbed down.
All right. All my presentations are just photos. All your presentations are just words.
That's right.
That's fine. So that's cool. That's up there as well worth a watch. It's not short and it is a little technically heavy.
Yeah.
But if you've ever wanted more out of concrete5 in terms of how these disparate elements can come together into an optimized page that works well and doesn't have a lot of collisions, this should make you very happy.
Yes.
More news. ThemeForest has announced the best themes of all time, I believe.
Shooting for the stars with that.
They are shooting out of the universe as we know it. So they had the theme contest of most haunted, and then they gave some prizes away. And in all honesty, some really nice looking themes in there. So
cool. Kudos
to you, ThemeForest, and all the people who are building themes there. There's another page on this too. I saw on the Twitters. Had a very
see some names I recognize
reasonable
in there.
Title, the greatest themes of all time.
And also, it's kind of cool to see some names you don't recognize.
Totally new, yeah. And there's some themes in there that are very clean and pretty.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's cool. Thank you, ThemeForest. Keep at it. What else? We're nominated again for the People's Choice Award at cmscritic.com. I don't think voting starts until September, but when that does, we appreciate a little clicky from all of our fans. We got WordPress in there this year, so
there it is.
Probably need lots of little clickies. So that's cool. That's cool. Nice to be.
Hopefully
thought of, and appreciate all of the. I think they first do votes for nominations and then do votes for. The actual thing is, it's a regular click farm over there. So I appreciate everyone nominating us in the first place, and we'll circle back around once that site is ready for the actual voting to begin.
Cool.
Very cool. Boys, a lot of news today. We gave away a Concrete5 cookbook last week. This is filled with delightful southern recipes from me and Andy.
Yeah, it's everything that you wanted. There's a cornbread recipe in there that's just great.
Fantastic. No, this is a packed book by a fine fellow. I don't have it here, but
David.
it feels like it was a David. Yeah, David sounds right. Someone with an S, sure. I'll go that way.
RMX Dave.
Yep.
This all seems plausible.
That's the one. Yeah, they're all handles in our room.
Yeah.
I don't know who David Strecht is, but I know who Angio is. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking book right there.
Yeah.
It's filled with tips and tricks that you might want to know, and it has a cover that reminds you of Abbey Road.
We should walk our way.
Superimpose people walking.
It's gonna happen.
Oh God. Anyways, we gave that away. Jeremy Griffin won a copy of that book. I don't know if he knows that yet, but congratulations, Jeremy Griffin! You won a copy of that book. We're gonna send it to you as soon as you tell Julio where we should send it.
You're gonna be in the garden.
You're gonna go in the garden. What's this that we're looking at?
This is the site that he submitted on.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, nice.
This is why he won. He submitted this site. It has garden stuff on it, and it's built with Concrete5. That's great.
Yeah, it's a nice looking site.
That's the news. We did it.
We did.
We did it. Let's
See you guys later.
Let's do the showcase showdown.
You showcase?
Yeah.
And now for the showcase session.
Wow, that looks extreme. What's this?
This does look extreme.
It's the Red Bull BC1 Bboy Challenge. What? Yeah, they're b-boying and scrolling, throwing up crazy hand signs, and it's like it's all Concrete5y.
Cool.
Who's working on this one? Someone we know.
Jay Shannon.
Jay Shannon, killing it, dude. Good stuff.
Finger breaking.
Finger breaking. Can we see the finger breaking? Because I feel like I could compete in the finger breaking. That dude's got some elbow issues.
That's what I look like when I develop for Concrete5.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah, it's kind of a lot like all these photos.
Wow.
That's what our office looks like.
I don't know. You know, that's exciting.
That's cool.
It's a good looking site.
There's a lot of functionality in there.
It's a cool event, and it's nice that people would use Concrete5 for a what I'm sure is going to be a high load kind of flawless execution kind of gig. So that is cool. This cool timeline thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was playing around with that. That's neat.
Red Bull BC1. Looks a little bit like B Corone from a distance, but I don't think it's Red Bull B Corone. Yeah, that's really cool. I got another showcase one that we could throw up there just to throw a wrench in your wheel there,
Okay.
Matt. Go to ch.ch. Chicha. That's Concrete5 too. It's just like the official informational website for Swiss One.
Cool.
They got this really cool grid type deal. Reminds me an awful lot of a emerging gathering block in 5.7. Yeah, if you're interested, divorce, click this box. And in any of these link to detail articles that you know, tidbits that are helpful and whatnot. What if you find a pet? Keep it. I don't know. I just really like the design on this one. Thought it was
Looks like it's got multilingual.
does, and it's
support
got
going on.
yep, it's got some of the design elements that we're talking a lot about with 5.7. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, big government type deals. I don't know. I'm proud of being able to have a showcase where first you've got Red Bull and then you've got the Swiss government. I think that's pretty
true.
Pretty ubiquitous, which is always our goal. Concrete5, the building material for the web. Just like a screwdriver, you can make something totally extreme, or you can make something rather subdued and Swiss. We don't care.
We just want to be good for both of us.
We just power the web. So that is very exciting. Thank you to Jay Shannon, and I'm going to forget the name of the person who told me about this site, but both great. Both will be going in the showcase as featured guys. Matt is logging into concrete5. All right. I think that we might be doing Karma.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds plausible.
Feels like that's about.
And now, for the weekly winners. Come on down.
Alrighty, so if you don't know, now you know. We've gamified the exciting adventure of open source web development. So, if you are helping with the project in any way, you get points. You get points for answering people's questions in the forums and helping, submitting how-tos, doing that kind of thing. You get points for promoting the project. You can get your own referral URL underneath that Karma link that Matt almost had up. No need to take them there. And you get help for doing actual work too.
Yeah.
When people do great pull requests or something, we'll throw
Find
some Karma.
bugs.
Here you find bugs. Yeah, here you go. This is the Karma.
It's the feed.
leaderboard. It's the feed.
It's
Thank
the
you.
real-time feed.
Real-time feed. We'll only sell you a small portion of the feed, but like the entire. What does Twitter call it? The entire stream.
The fire hose.
The fire hose
The
of
fire
data.
hose.
You're the fire
Big
hose of
data
our
fire
Karma
hose.
data. It's available via RSS. Anyways, you get points, and then every week we automatically pick 3 winners who get add-on licenses or theme licenses for their contribution. So who won this week, Matt?
Looks like Sinlag got a copy of the Loku restaurant menu add-on. for
Sweet.
Helping out in the forums.
Nice, nice.
We got Canon F700 getting a copy of the Backstretch add-on for promoting concrete5.
Excellent.
And then we got Sharok winning a copy of the O-Embed add-on for doing work.
Working it out.
Excellent.
Excellent. That's great. Well, thank you to Sinlag, Cannon, and Shrok, and everybody else who contributed in no less valuable ways, but wasn't quite lucky enough to win this week. Next week's another week. This runs every Friday, and we really do appreciate all the help. It's fantastic to be part of something so much bigger than just us.
Absolutely.
Stickers?
Stickers.
Love stickers. All right, this one came back to me. It's a sticker.
Well, there it is.
Toolbox.
There's
Because
like
it's
cool
tool.
racing stickers on there.
That's right. We're fast and toolish, and just like gasoline. Concrete5. It's awesome. Toolish. Total tools. Okay. So, that's. I think that's placed, not stuck.
I think it might be placed.
Well, we'll let it slide.
Because
That's
it's
nice.
pretty awesome. There's a lot of intensity to that
is.
gaze.
It's a deep gaze.
Beneath the sticker.
Sweet. All
That's
right. All right.
Yay.
Well, you get karma points for those. So, if you like stickers, and I know that you do, the guy keeps staring at me. Okay, if you like stickers, you should, because stickers are awesome. And if you don't like stickers, why are you watching?
What's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
Come on.
Get real. You can get stickers from us at no cost to you.
Whoa.
We will happily just mail them to you. All you gotta do is go to our swag page underneath Marketplace. And towards the bottom of that page, you will find a form field in which you will need to put your full mailing address. Your full mailing address is not an email or just a name. It is a name with a number and a street name and some type of locale. Perhaps there's a province, a prefecture, a city, a state, something like that. Usually there's some type of postal code in the country. We will then print that out. We will put that on a real envelope that is folded paper that contains stuff. We will then put real money on the outside of that envelope in the form of postage. This is money that is going out of our hands. These are
That's right.
pennies and dollars you're taking away from my children. So please don't make me mail stickers to nowhere. I don't like to see the stickers come back.
No.
Julia gets so sad when we get the envelope back. We don't even look like an address. It was just like a paragraph of text in there. Like, why do we even? I don't know. So yeah, put it in there. We'll send you stickers. It'll be great. You'll take pictures of them. Ideally, of you putting them on things, not just them on the table, because we actually know
those- my
exactly what they
stickers
look
came.
like. We sent them to you. But yeah, put them on stuff. use it to tell your friends about Concrete5, and we will give you karma points, and you will win add-ons, and it's a big circle of excitement.
It's very good.
That's that. PRB.
Introducing Great Choice by Greg Joyce.
Hey, Greg Joyce, what kind of choice are you looking at today?
I'm looking at like perseverance and vigilance because I forgot about the zucchini in my garden and it got too big.
Uh-oh.
And now it's just a problem. Like
It's a big
you
zucchini.
can no longer grill that zucchini.
Oh, no, it's gross.
Like I have to make muffins from it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
All the muffins.
I've had a lot of
I have no idea.
chocolate, like zucchini brownies.
That's absurd.
It's disgusting,
Yeah,
but
it's horrible.
you know how zucchini plants
Or
are.
like zucchini
they're
bread
prolific.
with the chocolate chips
Chocolate
in
chips,
it. It's
that's
pretty
all right.
good.
That's pretty good. You know,
Give
it's
it a
moist.
try. I'm more of a walnut man
Okay.
myself.
Yeah.
I keep it traditional with the zucchini breads.
You don't put the chocolate
Yeah,
in there?
I like the walnuts in there. Yeah, I like the
That sounds
traditional.
horrible.
Why would you not put the chocolate in there?
Because it's disgusting.
What's wrong with you? It's chocolate. It makes everything better.
I'm not gonna make postmodern zucchini bread. I don't need to blow my mind that way.
Dubious of your choice. Well, what else are you doing?
And then
Drinking a
also
beer.
that zucchini is a metaphor for this week in the PRB.
Is it really?
Because much like that zucchini in my garden,
You better start
my
saying
cyber garden, the PRB, was also neglected, and we only got through like 2 add-ons this week. So
Well, I'm really glad that's the way that metaphor came back around, because this was not how I thought we were driving. What did you do?
all right, so this is I believe this is called No, this is not icon. Is this icon? No, this is an icon.
Whale social links.
This is whale social links.
You have to say it that way when you say it too. It draws out.
Come
Yeah.
on.
This is Whale Social Links by Sharok, and it's nice. It's one of those like font replacing.
Oh, cool. This is like an icon
replacing
font.
icon
Nice.
things.
Nice.
And so it gives you this is in the war to be the best social links add-on.
There, it is an arms race.
This is the current contender.
This is the heavy hitter,
This
huh?
is good. Yeah.
Nuclear silo.
No, that's cool because then you can render them in any size.
It is. Yeah. It
It's
is.
like
It
they
is
look
useful.
great.
It's
That's
a
nice.
real
Those are
awesome.
pretty. Those are
Yeah.
very pretty. All right.
Cool.
Good choice.
Next up is Icon from
feel like
Sebastian
I've seen this
J.
I don't think I've seen this.
And this
I'm an Icon,
one,
and that's
I
Sergeant.
believe, might also use one of those font replacing things, but it's kind of a zestier application of it because it it renders these things with this sort of box kind of thing, and it has templates involved.
I thought we were going somewhere grander than box. That's not.
And
You know,
I told him that he
thing.
misspelled sardine. On
Thank
this-
you. I was
this
really
image,
confused.
And
I think it's a.
he said that he corrected it, and then once again, in my neglecting details, I didn't double check his screenshots before I approved it.
I thought it was a sardine box. And
Yeah,
it was like
so
some
did I.
amazing Swiss designer
Yeah.
that has come up with this idea of boxes that have
Like
things
sardine.
overlapping.
The
Is that
perfect
last
Yeah, he
box.
goes on like on speaking tours. Goes, this is boxes with overlapping is
No,
It's a
changing
sardine
metaphors
box.
forever.
I think
No?
he's saying
Jacques
that-
Sardin.
Shock sardine and it's overpriced design sensibilities. No, it's just like the fish, huh?
Yeah, pretty
Oh
sure.
man.
Yeah, so
Poor Greg
Sebastian J is on the list.
All right. Well, it looks pretty.
It
The sardine box. That's it.
That's
That's
it,
it.
man.
All right. Fair enough. Been a busy week.
It has been.
It has been.
Well, good job, great choice. Those were great choices nonetheless, and I wish you the best of luck with your zucchini issue.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What are we doing now?
I don't know.
I don't think we're doing get and get because we
No.
got out of get with
We
the
did.
whole 5.6.2. So that's
It's too
what we
much.
got. So I feel like we're straight up into how would we
I
do
think
it.
we are.
Let's do it.
How would we do that? Good sir.
We could read it.
Okay. Are there any questions? I've got one here, but we don't really know much about it. We'll get in there and read it and think about it in front of you, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anything else you want us to do in the meantime?
Looks like there's a question from J.A. Steele. He asks, do we have any thoughts on a version update checker to override collisions, etc.?
I don't know exactly what that is referring to.
Version update checker.
He also adds, make pasta with a peeler. I think that was in regards to the zucchini.
Oh. That'd be good.
Yeah, it would be good.
My roommate had an enormous zucchini, and he stuffed it with like a bunch of stuff.
He did.
He like ground beef and stuff.
My God.
I know it was like as big as Greg. So it was. I feel like there's some weird metaphor that's happening.
Anyway,
So you can do that, Greg,
Stop
wherever
it,
you are.
Greg. I don't know what that means. Maybe on upgrade, like we wouldn't let you run an upgrade if you had add-ons that didn't work with your.
We had talked about that, and I
Yeah.
think that there's some value to that because I've certainly run an upgrade and then have stuff break. You definitely you have to be mindful of not. I don't know. You wouldn't want to not let people upgrade because some add-on didn't specify all of its data correctly, or
No, it'd just be messages. It looks like these 6 add-ons may not work with the version that you're upgrading to. Are you sure you want to proceed? I think that's what he's talking about.
I like
If that's
that.
what he's talking
We've talked
about,
about that.
we've talked about it, and we thought it was a good idea. Whoa, look at all that go by. Whoa. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, we're all for it. I have no idea if that's what you're talking about, but that's what I'm talking about. All right. Anything else? Oh, we're gonna do this image.
Let's
thing?
read and learn together.
I'm gonna make a paper airplane. All right.
Links.
Image orientation.
So I believe this is a question about on uploading an image into the file manager. If there's actual orientation, like rotation data stored in that image for its optimal orientation, should we automatically rotate it in that vein? I think. I'd looked at this for like a second the other day, but I was too busy to. Or
I
something.
would. So this is like on my schmack when I rotate a JPEG. It's not actually rotating it. It's a meta attribute in the JPEG. saying,
Yeah.
I should be 90 degrees to the left.
Yeah,
And
should
then we don't honor
images should image rotation be corrected as images are imported into concrete5, or should images be left alone and then adjusted as they're displayed? I do not think we would do the latter.
it. No, we'd either
Because
do it
that
or
would
we
be
wouldn't.
crazy.
Yeah.
I
Why
mean,
does
it
it
would-
look this way and not that way
Yeah.
or whatever?
Where's the source of truth
I
on this?
guess this comes down to more of a philosophical.
Yeah.
If we are on the right track at all, this is more of a philosophical question of who and when do you honor these meta attributes
Yeah.
and images of rotation? Why would you not just rotate the actual content of the image? It's always drove me crazy with what was it, Preview for Mac? I think they might have fixed this, but for a long time, Preview for Mac would let you like rotate the image. Maybe it was iPhoto, but then it wasn't really rotating.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You'd upload it to Facebook, and everyone would be like, why is everyone sideways?
Because it's metadata.
Yeah, well, why would I care
Yeah.
about metadata? What does
I-
that do for me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So,
Right.
nothing. So my sense is we would,
We do continue to do what we do, which is allow the image to just like
Be
it's
what
the
it is.
image. Let
the image is the
to
image.
thine own self be true.
Yeah, just like that. And
It's philosophical day.
deep at C5. And then, the new image editor that Corbin's working on, make it really easy to rotate the image.
Yeah.
So I thought I rotated this on my computer, but I don't know. It just feels weird that like it might look this way here
Yeah.
and then that way there, and like.
And you know what, actually, if you find yourself dealing with this and it's annoying, I believe that our package system could actually allow for a package to be installed that would, anytime someone uploads an image, check this image for this data and actually perform the rotation. So
Yeah.
if you do find yourself dealing with these types of images all the time and it's annoying, and I can imagine if
can
you
see
were,
how
it would be
it would.
annoying.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity for at least testing this functionality out first in a package without forking the corners.
Yeah. Would we accept a pull request for it? I don't know. If it were
I don't know.
configurable, I'd push for it.
Mhm.
Right? If there was a checkbox in your file manager setting
Yeah.
somewhere of automatically reorientate images to match metadata.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I'd
and
probably
if it
leave
failed-
it off by
failed
default,
pretty
but then if someone's
gracefully,
building
yeah.
some site that's like, all we do is repurpose photos from this source, and
And it
the guy
always-
always does this freaking rotation,
Yeah.
and it drives me crazy, and I'm like, yeah, check that checkbox. And like many things with Concrete5, there's power under the hood you
Yeah.
never knew. Yeah, that'd be all right with me. I don't know, just that stuff drives me crazy. When it's like, the image looked this way here, and now it looked that way there.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would rotate an image with just metadata. I guess because you're like super photo geek and you're being like, you're uploading like raw.
And what happens when some crazy editor does it wrong, and so it's rotating the image like the
Sure.
actual display, but then it's, you know, since we don't always, like, it leaves its metadata sort of borked or something, and it
Who
sets
knows?
the wrong tag,
Right.
and then all of a sudden you're
Your peace sign becomes an arrow.
yeah. Oh.
All right. Well, I feel like we beat that up. Hopefully, we understood
did.
that.
We knocked it around.
I don't know. What else you got, Matt?
Got a question from Namboozle UK. They
Okay.
say the current way of setting permissions in Concrete5 is very powerful, but can take a long time to set up on a large site.
Too true.
Do we have any plans to implement a system where we can allow folks to bulk manage permissions from one area of the site?
You can do that.
Yeah, you can at the page level. I'm trying to think about some of the permissions complexity that we've dealt with on our own projects lately.
I can offer a couple of tidbits.
There's
that will
no
make
way
your
to
life a
do
little bit
area
better.
permissions now.
3, in fact. First off,
3 is good.
it's a good number.
Yeah.
Solid. I could probably BS it into 5 if you wanted. You can drag and drop permissions. Actually, I'm up to 4 already. For in, I don't know. Can we bring up? Do we have a advanced permissions-y site we could bring up?
Not our site.
Hold on a second. Yeah, don't bring up our site. My God.
No, it's old too. It would
You know, I don't have a development environment here. I'd have to sign up for a test site, so
Oh.
Yeah.
that might take me.
Okay, never mind. Well, there's this window, and it's got a series of permissions. You know, view and read, and no, it doesn't. But when you assign
View,
groups to it,
view
view,
page,
read,
edit
look
page
at.
contents. Atman.
When you have groups or users set with those little lozengey guys, a Easter egg, this is so horrible. An Easter egg is that you can actually just grab it and drop it down.
I like it. It's very tactile.
And you can replace the next permission with the last one.
That's true.
So if you start doing these complicated permission sets, as we were in a very long call yesterday, where it's like you've got this weird intersection, we got to pay to get rid of that. You can yikes. You can just drag and drop them. So that makes it a little bit easier within a permissions window.
Yeah.
So you don't have to keep drilling into the detailed permissions. And we're getting closer to setting up.
Yeah, like if you go to the trouble of setting like group combinations or something like that, or even complex timed permissions on one permission, once you finally get that set, if you've got, you know, half a dozen more to set with that same permission, you can just drag it down to the next level.
We're getting dangerously close to being able to show this, as much as my pantomime demos are very amusing, I'm sure. Here we go. All right, so our expert training captain Matt is taking us into permissions. Right, so if you wanted to change view versions from administrators into guest, once you've set this page to manually override, sure, all you gotta do is drag guest. Right, drag them around. Boom. Boom. I just blew someone's mind.
Yep.
Right, so that could be really complicated. That could be like an intersection of several groups with timed releases and all that kind of stuff. It's real clicky to set up for sure. You get that all the way you like it, and you can just boom, 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 and super duper. I was almost going to say Bob's your uncle, but I'm trying to not say that anymore. There you go. The other thing that I can show off here is you scroll down before you leave. Boom, copy. That copies the whole permission set, and next time you come to a similar type of permission set, so it's like a page, for example, you can paste.
You can paste.
And that will save you pain.
Yeah.
Paste is great. You can also do bulk permissions changes from the sitemap.
Yes, from the
So
search
if you bring up the
interface.
page search, And select all those guys, sure, and then with selected, change permissions, and same idea. As Andy was implying before, only really does it at a page level, not a block area or block instance level, of course.
Yes.
But, you know, what are you going to do? If you set up your page types, use them well, you could change permissions on them.
That's right.
And that would give you some ability to do bulkish kind of stuff centrally. I feel like there was one other tidbit I was going to share, but it's escaped me as we got all this stuff together. Oh, there are some centralized permissions at this point, right? Didn't we add a spot that people should know about where they can...
like the task permissions?
I'm talking about like the default block permissions.
Oh, yes. So if you go into block and stack permissions.
There you go.
This is also good to know about. So in the past, whenever you were setting advanced permissions for which blocks could be added to which areas, you had to do those from the areas on the page, and then they would filter down the tree, but you still had to set them at the area level, and then you had to make sure you set them at all the area levels. It was kind of a pain in the
Tedious. So you want to just keep an editor from adding the YouTube block and lock them down to just the content block.
So now there are these centralized permissions that handle who can add what blocks, and then you can override them at the area level, of course. But this works globally, and if you don't override them at the area, it will just filter down and it will affect your whole site, and you can keep people from adding stuff you don't want them to.
So there you go. There's a number of tips and tricks for managing complicated permissions. Gee, I don't know. Are there better ways? Is there additional tool we could do for bulk pane? I definitely get that.
Yeah.
You can spend a lot of time setting permissions.
There is one thing that I would love to be able to do, and we might actually be able to do this in 5.7 due to what we're like. So this is annoying, and I'm not sure the best way to solve it, but if you want to give certain users access to the dashboard, but only to a few things,
right,
you have to give them access to the top level dashboard node. Otherwise, they can't see anything in there, and they can't go to the dashboard homepage. And then you have to lock them out of everywhere you don't want them to be. And then moreover, any new package you add, you have to lock them out of that, because otherwise their permissions will filter. Yeah. And that is a bit, that is a little bit tedious, because you really get friendly with the copy and paste permissions.
Yeah. Well, it's a little dicey too. Though.
Yeah.
Installing new stuff, it's magically available to everyone.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah. So the idea that we could set those permissions at a level below the dashboard, and then perhaps the dashboard landing permissions are a little bit more magical, and they check to see whether you have access to anything inside them, something like that. I don't know. Something to think about.
Okay.
No good answer today, but that is something that we are scratching our heads about, because I agree that, you know, any site with advanced permissions, you're probably dealing with sub-admins, and you want to give them access to part of the dashboard, and that's a little bit more painful today than it ought to be.
Yeah. How do we do? It looks like there's Jevons. There's Namboozy. Yes, we answered it!
Boom.
Boom!
Answered.
Yes.
On permissions, we have a couple questions.
Okay.
So here NT asks, will there be documentation on how to set 5.6 and later permissions from code?
Yes, there will be official documentation on this. It's pretty bad that there isn't, honestly. There is documentation on it, but it's all pre-5.6.
Wasn't there a fantastic how-to that emerged recently?
Yes, but in the meantime, this void has been filled by a very helpful third party.
Oh, open source.
And
so wonderful.
There is an excellent how-to for exactly this. So
we're bringing it up.
Bringing it up.
Not only will it ever be done, it's already been done somewhere in here.
Yes. Just need to link to it from within the docs.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is beefy and accurate.
Yes.
Which was exciting.
Yeah.
And great. So, there you go.
As you might imagine, with all of this new functionality, it is a bit more challenging to set them through code, but there's a lot more flexible, and all of the examples in there for pages will work for any object that supports permissions. So areas, blocks, files, file sets, that type of stuff. Comments can't contain links.
Yeah, why would you put links on a website? I don't know.
Yeah,
Come on, YouTube.
I figured they'd block me on that.
I guess it makes sense. What else we got?
Yeah, we have a question. And this one is from J. Paler UK. How would I display bits of content from one area of the site in other related areas of the same site without duplicating the content? For example, pulling specific testimonials onto a product detail page.
Ooh. In any number of ways. We do something very similar with a stack on concrete5.org. If you that bit again on the bottom corner of testimonials, it just randomly pulls one from a centralized stack that we have.
Yeah, with the randomizer, right?
Yeah, I think it's the randomizer block, and we just name the stack something. Yeah, so that there's a bunch of blocks centrally, and we just pull one out to build that. That's the fantastic vacuum cleaner analogy. So that would be one way. Another way, I don't know, copying blocks and not breaking the alias?
Yeah. Well, I think that would work. That might just keep the original block, honestly. If they updated it.
So if you have a block on one page, and you then copy that block to your clipboard and paste it to another page, by default, is that a new block that you have pasted, or is it?
It's a pointer to the block at the time of actually copying
to the original version. So if you update that original version, they'll fork.
They will fork.
That would not do any loss.
Yeah. But I mean, the stack idea is a good one.
Use a stack.
And you could place that stack programmatically, or you could actually just add the stack into the page. Add one item from the stack into the page, or add multiple items.
I also feel like there's some add-ons that do this.
Yeah.
It's not Tony Pop-Up, but I remember back to the days of Tony Pop-Up, and I remember other incarnations where we go get a bunch of blocks from a different block area on a different page and put them in this page. I think a little trolling around the marketplace,
shared content,
might find a number of tools that solve that for complicated stuff. Does that help?
I think they were looking for specific testimonials rather than randomized. That was an additional comment there.
Yeah, you could do that too. From a stack, you can actually put the whole stack, or you just use a stack in that place. So you have a stack of testimonials. When you're adding the block, instead of going to add block, you go add from stack. You can pick the stack, and you can either choose the whole stack, but in your case, you would want to actually choose a specific block from the stack.
Yeah.
Choose testimonial like, and then you can go back centrally to the stack, change it there, and it will change everywhere that you've placed it. That is exactly how I would solve it. Check out stacks.
Yeah, it sounds like that's where we're at with questions for today.
Sweet. Well then, feeling pretty good about it.
Cool.
Feel like we've shared news. I'm almost done with the paper airplane. Just quickly kind of fold this guy up. Send it right at you guys. And I don't know if we're going to be back next week or not.
I think I'm out on Friday.
Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks. It's been totally random.
Oh.